Wir sind hier auf der größten Bitcoin-Konferenz der Welt, der Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas, wo die Luft nach Freiheit riecht und ein bisschen auch nach digitalem Gold. Hier tummeln sich einige der Leute, die Bitcoin schon gekauft haben, als es noch unter $1000 waren. Und wir haben mit ihnen gesprochen und haben sie gefragt, warum hast du deine ersten Bitcoin gekauft und warum glaubst du heute noch daran? Unter den Leuten hier sind Miner, Bitcoin-OGs. Wir haben auch Jack Mallers oder den Autor vom Bitcoin-Standard dazu gefragt. Und wenn ihr überlegt, euren ersten Bitcoin zu kaufen, dann bleibt doch einfach dran und hört euch an, was sie zu sagen haben. Warum hast du deinen ersten Bitcoin gekauft und wann?
Das ist eine sehr gute Frage, und zwar, ich wollte finanziell einfach unabhängig vom zentralen Bankensystem sein. Ortsunabhängig ist sehr wichtig, und Steuern ist natürlich ein sehr großes Thema für uns alle. Ja? Wenn man in einem steuervorteilhaften Land wohnt, dann hat man einfach da die besseren Möglichkeiten.
I bought my first Bitcoin right in 2011 after the whole housing market had crashed, and I bought it for, I think, $542. I still have it in my Coinbase account.
Shit! Okay, but why?
Well, it was very clear that to me, I got a background in physics and math, so anything that's mathematical is appealing to me, and the idea that you can print any amount of paper money, but you're restricted here, it just appealed to me. It made sense. Digital money makes sense.
Yeah, in 2020, I read the Bitcoin Standard, really started to learn more about money, and it was just so clear and obvious to me at the time. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Why did you buy your first Bitcoin and when?
I think I had my first Bitcoin, I think it was 2017. My dad told me to do it, so I listened to him.
Can you just introduce yourself for like 5 seconds?
My name's Jack.
A little bit more.
And I work on Bitcoin. I've been working on Bitcoin for almost 13 years.
Okay, you're being humble here now. Okay, Jack, why did you buy your first Bitcoin?
Because my dad told me so. I got into Bitcoin when I was 18, and it was because my dad got me into Bitcoin. So the truth is, I got my first Bitcoin because my dad told me it was a good idea.
I bought my first Bitcoin in 2019.
And why?
Because I had no idea what else to invest in, and my friend in finance told me to look into Bitcoin, and that's where it all started.
Why did you buy your first Bitcoin?
I didn't. I mined it.
When was that?
That was 12 years ago.
Well, in the beginning, it was speculation, but as time went on, we got to see that, decentralized money, and we got to see how the Federal Reserve and central banks treat citizens of the world, and devaluing the currency and constant money printing.
When was that?
2017.
Okay, so I talked to your son, and he told me my dad told me to buy Bitcoin. Why did you tell him that?
Well, because I think it's going to be what's going to be happening in the future as more and more people wake up to, understanding what fiat money is, and that when you can print unlimited amounts of it, people want a currency that has a finite amount.
The reason why I first bought Bitcoin was because I believed in the opportunity, to kind of have self-sovereignty, and it was something that I wanted to test out and try. And so getting to learn about Bitcoin and the community, and getting to, get involved in the financial world without any intermediary or banks. And so when I did that, it was kind of like a test run to be like, hey, does this really work? And sure enough, bought my own Bitcoin and didn't need to ask anybody permission.
When was that?
About 2011, 2012 was when I first got into Bitcoin.
Why did you buy your first Bitcoin?
Because I saw the potential. This was back in San Diego in like 2014, I think. I had a friend who I was developing websites with. He kept telling me, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. That's all he would tell me to do, right? I understood it as a transactable currency that no one can tell you no to. No one has barriers over. It can be transacted worldwide. So I thought that was impressive, right? At the time, I'm going to my past self, not speaking with the knowledge I know right now. And I've been preaching it. Really, I truly started believing in it about 7 years ago.
Ja, während wir kurz eine Pause machen und uns einen Kaffee holen, möchte ich unserem Sponsor danken, Bitpanda, Europas größte Kryptobörse mit über 600 verschiedenen Coins und verschwindend geringen Gebühren für Trades. Wenn ihr in Krypto einsteigt oder traden möchtet, empfehle ich euch die Plattform. Sie ist wirklich sehr gut, einfach zu bedienen, sehr sicher. Den Link findet ihr wie immer unten in den Shownotes. Checkt es einfach mal aus und vielleicht funktioniert es ja für euch sehr gut. Why do you believe in Bitcoin?
I believe in individual property rights and the ability to own something that no one can take away from you. And I believe in a deflationary currency.
And that is Bitcoin for you?
That is Bitcoin, yes, and only Bitcoin.
It's been 12 years and things still around. More and more nation states, kind of coming into the fold. More and more companies realizing that it is the future, that is the store of value that we all need. So what's there not to believe in?
Warum glaubst du heute noch an Bitcoin?
Das dezentralisierte System, die Freiheit, die Bitcoin ermöglicht, Geld in ein Land zu schicken über Nacht. Ich muss mit keiner Bank sprechen, ich muss mit keinem Berater sprechen, wenn ich $100.000 verschicken möchte. Dauert 20 Minuten und das Geld ist in, sagen wir mal, Uganda.
So why do you believe in Bitcoin? Bitcoin still to this day?
Because quite simply it's the one form of money whose supply is fixed and nobody can make more of it and nobody can increase the supply, so therefore nobody can devalue it, and therefore it becomes the best way to store value into the future.
Because no one can make any more of it. I think it's the only thing you can own outside of your own time that is finitely scarce. There's only two things in this life that no matter how much demand, no matter how much more I want, I can't get. Because I can find a way to get more food or houses or cars or travel, but I cannot make more Bitcoin. I cannot live forever. And so that's why the two things I truly, truly value are my life and my health and my Bitcoins. Everything else, I can figure it out.
Why do you believe in Bitcoin? I mean, I stand here and there's a lot of books about it, so you must have a big conviction.
Bitcoin is the future. I think it'll replace all currencies. Hopefully, if the governments allow it, but we'll just see how it ends up. But hopefully, one day we'll be there.
So why today do you still believe in it?
Not only because of the institutional traction that has gained, but because of its easeability for like anyone worldwide. Anyone worldwide can use it, can download a Bitcoin wallet and transact with it without having to have an ID or without government involvement. And the biggest thing too is that it's transactable 24/7. That's something I really believe in it, because wires, they might take overnight, over the weekend. I see its utility.
Wenn euch dieses Video gefallen hat, liked es doch, teilt es mit euren Freunden oder lasst uns einen Kommentar da. Wir freuen uns sehr, wenn ihr noch mehr von der Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas sehen wollt. Wir haben unter anderem Leute gefragt hier, wie werde ich mit 1000 Euro zum Krypto-Millionär? Wie viel Bitcoin sollte ich in meinem Portfolio halten? Und was war das Dümmste, was Sie jemals mit Bitcoin gekauft haben und heute bereuen?